life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like some Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, everyone out there in Radio Land. Welcome back to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister, and with me, today is Paul, the producer.
Hi.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, man, you sound rough today. I'm not gonna lie. Jeez,
Really?
I thought I had a rough night.
What was your rough night, Paul?
Oh, well, when you have a kid now, it's a little bit different. So, like, you don't stay up all night drinking. Thanks, Colin. Sounds just like him. Instead of staying up all night drinking, we went to a late dinner, which for us was 7:30, and then we went to go see Dumbo because yesterday was my wife's birthday.
Right.
At a 10:25.
And if she's watching, happy birthday, Steffi.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure she's not. She's
bad.
running around today. My parents are at the house, so. But so we saw Dumbo at 10:25, which I haven't been to a 10:25 movie since I couldn't even tell you. Towards the end of the movie, I was literally barely able to keep my eyes open.
Did you take the kid to go see
No.
it?
My parents stayed with him. But there were people in the audience with an infant and like 3 little kids at a 10:25 show that let out at like 12:30.
I have so many questions right now.
All right, go ahead.
Why in the world would you go see a 10:25 showing of Dumbo?
Well, we wanted to go to dinner and have a dinner experience, and we had our friend with us, and I don't know if she wants me to say her name on the air, so I won't.
Okay, that's fine.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
I wasn't that kind of friend.
Nice.
And we went to dinner together, the 3 of us, had a nice dinner, a couple of drinks, and a nice steak I had, and then wanted to take our time. You know, got a little birthday cake, and then we went to the movie, like you do.
Like you were literally on an actual date night kind of a thing. is
With
what you're
2
trying to
women.
say. With 2 women.
It wasn't just my wife and I, because our friend flew in. She's not living in the area now.
Okay.
So.
Win a date with Adam K. the Brewmeister.
Apparently I can't get anything, but Paul can go to dinner with 2 different women.
Well,
so yeah, that can happen.
This woman would not be right for you. She's not the one that rejected you, but she just wouldn't be right for you.
And once again,
she likes people. She is
people.
a little bit of a recluse, I guess. But it just wouldn't work out, I promise you.
All right, fine. We're just going to leave it at that. All right, it's going to be a very interesting show today.
So Abe, you should probably address the lack of the, I was going to say the lack of the elephant in the room. I didn't mean that way, though. Wow. Sorry, Abe. Yeah. I'm going to get a text in a few minutes.
Colin is on point today, as always. Yes, running the board for us, as always. Well done, Colin.
Abe is not here. So he is having some kind of a work emergencies that he had to jump on. So he won't be with us. He may be with us at some point. That really depends on Adam, to be honest. If you can get somebody to fill in for him where he had to run in and open up, and you would think, being such a big retailer, that there could be one person when somebody calls in sick that could jump in for him. But Abe himself, being the workaholic that he is now running a store.
Anyway, Danny Tiant, formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group, is going to be here for our Where Are They Now segment from today. So it'll be a fun thing to see what's going on. Also, if you haven't seen the Facebook or the Bookface thing...
The Bookface,
yes. KMA tumblers will soon be available.
Oh, I should have put a picture of that on the screen.
For all of you people looking to have fun KMA tumblers, and we'll probably have them sitting here filled with lovely beverages on a weekly basis.
Would you put booze in a tumbler like that while you're here? Like, does the aluminum affect the alcohol? Or is that just hearsay?
I don't know. We'll have to experiment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, other fun thing. Do we want to mention what's happening on Wednesday?
I don't know
We
what's
haven't
happening
we
on
haven't brought
Wednesday.
that up yet.
I don't know what's happening on Wednesday, so sure, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to
so-
put a picture of the tumblers up, though, because I have it.
Oh, look at Paul putting pictures of the tumblers up.
So there you go. That's what the tumblers are looking like. There's ones that are customized for us.
Yeah.
And
one's got Colin's name on it, too. Did
Yeah.
you see that, Colin?
Yeah.
No? You didn't see that yet? No.
we'll show you, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's lovely.
And the one for Paul, the producer, as you can see, is sparkly.
Yes.
Because Abe thinks that's hilarious.
Well, you asked for a sparkly one.
I didn't ask for a sparkly
Yes, you
one.
did. You
No,
did.
I actually said that we should make them all sparkly. I didn't ask for mine to be different from everybody else's.
You kind of did, though.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. I would never look a gift horse in the
You
mouth.
wanted a sparkly one. You wanted it to be sparkly.
So every week here on KMA, we like to give stuff. Oh, what do you want to talk about? I don't know is that what you were talking about, the tumbler?
No, we weren't talking about the tumblers, but next week, Adam K. the Brewmeister,
Uh-huh.
on February the 3rd.
Oh, this is actually happening.
Oh, yes. Will be, and we're now officially announcing
Do we
this
need a
on
drum
air.
roll?
I feel like we do. No, nothing.
have one. I got
one. We'll be brewing my own beer at Sailfish Brewing Company.
I didn't know this.
Yes. I told you about this, didn't I?
Maybe I wasn't listening.
Barely don't listen when I talk, Paul.
Wait, so
Yes, so in the coming months, Brewmeister's Personal Reserve will be available at a Casa di Monte Cristo or a Davidoff Lounge near you.
what about
Hear
what was
it first on KMA Talk Radio.
what was the February 3rd thing?
April 3rd?
No, you said February 3rd.
I said February.
So
did I
April
say
3rd.
February?
Yeah. We'll go back and check it, but you said April 3rd. People are confirming.
It's been a rough morning. But yes, April 3rd, next Wednesday, we will be brewing my own double IPA. It'll be at 9%.
A double IPA?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It'll have to be served in, smaller.
So, are we going to have it here? Can you bring it in next week for us to taste?
we cannot because it has to ferment. And it'll be like it'll be like 6 weeks after.
Okay, so why are you announcing that it's available April 3rd?
No, I'm saying I'm going to brew it April 3rd is what I said.
Oh, we don't care about that. We want to know when it's ready to drink.
6 weeks after.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. But
Can we taste it along the process?
not until it's done
Do
fermenting.
you get to taste it along the process?
I don't want to taste it along the process. I want to taste when it's done.
How do you know it's done in 6 weeks? Maybe it needs 5.5 weeks.
No.
Maybe it needs 4.5 weeks.
Because that's how long you ferment beer for. Which one of us is the brewmeister?
Okay. So
Anyway.
it's a science that it's the same thing every time.
Really? Did you really just pull a half one on that one, Colin? Oh, my.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, here at KMA Talk Radio, we'd like to give wonderful things away. Congratulations to John Belly. He is our caption contest winner from last week. He takes home a 5-pack of Recluse cigars. If you'd like to take home a 5-pack of Recluse cigars, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and post your best caption on the photo of Richard Petty smoking a cigar while playing baseball. And who is Richard Petty, Paul?
He is a NASCAR star.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying that.
Mhm.
So everybody was making fun of me yesterday because I wasn't sure who he was.
Didn't know who Richard Petty was.
No.
Get it right.
Also
Paul.
didn't know who Pele was.
I did not know who Pele was. I actually later I did realize I knew who he was when I Googled him, but I just didn't know him by name.
Yeah. Every week, our good friends over at Zycar like to have the Zycar poll of the week. Last week, we asked you, how much time do you spend on social media each day? Amazingly, 66% of you spend more than 2 hours.
Do you now? You only have Instagram,
Correct.
so do you spend that
No.
much time on it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, because I do see you liking things on Instagram quite a bit.
No, I do not.
Yes,
you are
you
wrong.
like Anna's posts. I've seen it several times.
I highly.
You just did
no,
recently.
I highly doubt that because I literally one of my entire
The
things is I
Brewmeister.
don't like things.
You liked Anna's post. I saw it. I'll show you when we get into the break.
Yeah, that might have been like the one post I liked in like 8 months.
All right.
And I
well,
know I liked one of Eric Jr.'s vacation posts recently because he's on his honeymoon right now.
Wow, you're still trying with him, huh? He deleted your phone number for
No!
a reason.
He did not. He accidentally did it. He just called me. We hung out for like 4 hours a couple weeks ago.
That's just what he says to the customers.
No. He and I are boys.
Okay, well, I don't know what boy deletes his boy's phone number.
No, it wasn't deleted. I accidentally got blocked.
Oh, accidentally.
Yes. Because literally, he's like, no, I would never do that. Why would I do that to you?
That's what I used to say to my ex-girlfriends. I must have accidentally blocked you. It's a process to block people.
High five!
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you'd like to take home a Zycar VX2 V-Cut in silver, head over to the KMA Talk radio page and cast your vote in this week's poll about whether or not do you wash your face in the morning if you don't take a shower.
I have an announcement to make regarding this.
Okay.
I was in a rush this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did I not shower this morning, I did shower last night before I went out, but still, that was earlier in the evening.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't. Well, not only did I not shower this morning, I did not wash my face, just so everybody knows. Purposely.
Unclean.
I brushed my teeth and went through my oral hygiene routine, of course. You know, put deodorant on, a little bit of cologne in the key essential areas, as George Carlin has taught me.
Okay.
But I did not wash my face. So, if you're looking in the camera and my face looks dirty, that's why.
Okay. So there we go. So, yeah, Paul is a no if I showered the night before. Why do I have to wash my face kind of person? And you could take home a Zycar VX V2 cutter in silver, just like Glenda Sigler from Charleston, South Carolina, took home last week. So congratulations to her.
She's actually, I have to correct that, she's from North Charleston. I think there's a difference. North Charleston, South Carolina. She put that specifically on her Facebook page, so
Okay.
I figured there was a reason for that.
All right. I've been to Charleston many times, and I don't think anyone's ever corrected me on the differences between North or South Charleston.
I've been there too. I didn't know there was a difference between North and South Charleston.
All right. But hey, we're here
This is fascinating.
Now you know.
We're here to educate the people. This is what we do here on KMA Talk Radio. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have Daniel Tiant, formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is a place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. There's nothing more important to me than family. That's why I treasure the moments with my wife Terry and our son Christopher, aka Christoph. When we have those rare moments to talk about life, there's nothing better than smoking Christoph to enhance our time together. For Terry, it's our Christoph Sweet Tip Cuban selection. For Chris, our Sumatra. And for me, our original Maduro. Enhance your family time with Christoph Cigars.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double Age 12-year vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Introducing the H. Upmann Connecticut Grupo de Maestros, a redefined Connecticut that exhibits a fuller and deeper flavor, combining over 200 years of cigar making and refinement. The Grupo de Maestros, a brotherhood of master blenders, inspired to create a new definition of a time-honored legend. This collaborative H. Upmann features a robust blend of luscious filler, including a layer of specially cultivated pilotico tobacco for an incomparable rich complexity. The H. Upmann Grupo de Maestros defined heritage, redefined Connecticut.
For 500 years, Nicaragua has served as a crossroads of cultures, ever since indigenous inhabitants mocked arriving Spanish conquistadors in a colorful, costumed satirical masterpiece called El Huehuense, or The Wise Man. This great dance continues today in the careful blending of Nicaragua's finest tobacco. Master blender Nicolas Melillo has worked tirelessly to create and honor the great dance of flavors in El Huehuense cigars. Visit FoundationCigars.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Oh. Okay. Ooh, we'll break news here. All right, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, today, Paul, the producer.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, I guess I should take the break off. All right, we're good.
Yes. Okay.
Now we're official.
Yes, we're
back.
official. We're officially back on the radio, on the air, doing things, and now it's time for a very fun and exciting "Where Are They Now" segment of the radio show, because it's no longer a Meet Your Maker. It's Where Are They Now? Because we have brought in today Daniel Tiant, formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group. Danny, how you doing, Brennan? Don't be afraid of the microphone. Move
nice and close.
Move wherever you need to. Yeah, come on. All right.
I don't hear him.
I don't hear him either.
Let's try that again.
Just keep trying to.
Doing pretty good. How you?
There
guys
we
doing?
go. All right.
It's going to be uncomfortably close getting on that mic,
Yeah.
Danny. I'm just letting you know, man.
I can see that.
Yes. Just don't feel like you got to make out with the microphone. It's okay. Yeah. Yes. So welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So wow, it's been a while.
It has. It's been a long time, actually.
Yeah. So.
Well, let's start from the beginning, right?
Okay.
So how did?
Fine.
Well, I don't know if people know about how did you get? You guys, your father started with his own cigar, correct? Is that how it all started?
Well,
he wanted to do his own line.
He wanted to do his own line.
Mm-hmm.
He's been smoking cigars since he was like 16 years old.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
And
okay.
He's always been an avid cigar smoker, and it was always brought up to him that why don't you come up with an El Tiante brand, and we decided to pursue that, and we tried a few times.
So whose idea was
before we
it?
go beyond
go ahead.
that,
Yeah.
What's with the hat? Is there a meaning behind this? Won't help hating me, you win.
No, hating me won't help you win.
Okay, all right, because obviously there's the big hating me is in the middle there.
Right.
People can see that on the screen, and Paul's trying to adjust cameras here now.
No, we're good.
Okay.
He's good. I'm just adjusting.
All right, there you go. This thing's all over the place.
I know, right?
Good grief. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So, where did that come from? Is this like a branding thing? Or?
It's actually Branded Bills is a company out of I believe they're in Arizona.
Okay.
But the hat was introduced to me by a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them, and then I saw this one, and I thought it was fitting, so I went ahead and ordered it. So
Okay.
it's kind of what the Mr. Nice Guy thing has kind of gone with me.
Okay.
I've been too nice for too long, so I'm just kind of like doing my thing and keep my friends close and just forget about everybody else.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
And so this is not an enemy, keep your enemies closer kind of a thing.
No,
Is what we're not. No.
enemies are gone.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with them.
Back to how this started. So your dad, was he approached or was this his idea?
He was always approached. He's always smoking cigars, so people just
Because he was a known cigar smoker
Yeah,
when he
always has
played.
been.
Actually, I have a picture of his card we'll put up there so we know who we're referencing.
Yeah, I mean, he's
the things you're putting on the.
I know, right?
There. Look at you go, Paul.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
when they tried a couple of times, it didn't really work out, and then we finally hit with the actual El Tiante cigar that people know today.
Right. You know, listen, it takes a long time, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. They just think that let me just make a cigar and it's gonna hit.
Or if you're in the retail game and people think, "Oh, look, I have a cigar. You have a retail space."
Right.
You automatically should just have this.
Doesn't work that way.
Nope, doesn't work that way.
So,
Any of you thinking it works that way, it doesn't. Please stop.
You gotta
bothering
get
me.
used to taking a lot of no's.
Yes.
You know, and just mastering it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we did. You know, we worked with several factories. Some worked, some didn't. We split from others, and we finally hit. I think it was like 7 years ago when we did the brand with Pepin, and it went well for a while, but that also just fizzled out.
Well, so what happened there? Because you
in
started
2 minutes.
Oh, in 2 minutes. Well, we can at least tease it a little bit.
Okay.
But you started working with Pepin, which is the makers of My Father guys, correct? Mm-hmm. So when you started doing that, at some point, from what I remember doing in our research, it just kind of seemed like everything, like for about a year, was just quiet. Around 2013, 2014,
so.
Everybody was just kind of quiet. Was it just something where you didn't have enough resources to put into it at the time?
No, my partner at the time, my business partner, and I split.
Okay.
You know, so I kind of just did my own thing. He did his own thing, and just tried to recover on my end to bring it back. But you know, you didn't get the support from people that we thought we would.
Right.
And we just said, let's just put it on hold.
Okay.
So that's really kind of what I did. I didn't shut the door completely. But in the meantime, I just moved to another direction.
Okay. So what is that new direction? Where are they now part, I guess?
I am now a sports agent.
Ooh.
So a sports agent, sports advisor. I get my certification for MLBPA this summer.
Oh, wow.
So I've been working with baseball for the last 2 years.
And are you in the recruiting side?
I do a little bit of everything. I do a lot of the recruiting. I go to a lot of the ballparks, the academies in Latin America.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Yeah.
I very much am interested in where this is going in the life of a sports agent. What is Daniel Tiant, the sports agent, doing now here on KMA Talk Radio? More of that and so much more to come. All on this, the 335th show.
Yes,
Keep it
sir.
lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100 perfect puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo Nicaragua. Two legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Tobacco legend Julio Aroa and his son, Justo Aroa, bring back the authentic Corojo and Aladino cigars. A true Cuban puro, giving homage to original vintage Vitolas. Aladino cigars are also available in a dark, rich Maduro wrapper. JRE Tobacco has an unwavering commitment for consistency and quality. Experience our commitment to excellence in any one of our three lines: the Aladino, the Rancho Luna, and the Tatascan. Light up a JRE cigar today. Visit jretobacco.com.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history. with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Aroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua, with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Oh, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. Broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida.
There you go.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're getting a little cheery, a little bit of energy going on here.
You know what the worst part is? Like, on your microphone, you can tell when the mics are on, but I can't see on the talk back button.
Oh, because those lights are broken?
Yeah, those lights are broken, so I can't see it. So
you know what they teach you in broadcasting school?
What is that?
Always assume the mic is hot.
Yeah, always assume the mic is hot. But it just helps when there's a light that tells me that the light is on.
I mean, listen, I'll talk to iHeartRadio, see what they can do about it.
Yeah, iHeartRadio, fix these buttons.
Think about how much nicer this studio is in general, though. It is smaller than our other studio, I think. Or there's less space because this central thing is giant.
Well, there is a giant table in here.
Yeah, this table is like monstrous for this room.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger by the minute.
I don't know why that's just me.
Yeah, is this bigger than the last one I was in?
It might be a little bit larger than the last studio he was in, because Danny, you haven't been on the air since I've been with the show, so you may have been in a smaller studio.
No,
but
it was all the same studio.
Oh, it was the same studio?
Yeah, all the same studio. Anyway, we're here with, I am Adam K., the Brewmeister, Paul with me, Paul the producer, and we're here with Daniel Tiant, formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group. Danny, thanks for coming by, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
So, before we came on the air, you were telling us last night you were hanging out with Berta Bravo and David Ortiz.
No, I missed David.
You missed David?
I missed David. I got the
you didn't get to see him?
I didn't get to see him.
What?
I saw Berta. And,
You didn't see Big Poppy?
Yeah, no. Gabriel had a cigar event, so I went over to say hi to them. And Berta's like my second mom, so I had to go see her.
I wonder how many people in the industry would actually say that.
I think a few.
Wait, so who is... I don't know who Berta is.
The Guayabera lady?
Oh, Guayabera?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait, yes. She wasn't on...
She's never been on the show since I've been here.
Okay. Once again, that's definitely your predecessor person thing.
I'd love to have her on.
Best Guayabera's around.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Very much. Does the best. But you were saying you've hung out with David previously.
I know David for a long time.
Yeah. So, like, is it just like you're automatically in tune to the Red Sox world? Like with any of the other Red Sox guys? Because, like, here's my dad. He's a legend. And I'm here too.
You know, well, He still works for the Red Sox. So,
okay.
So come spring training, they're down here.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time at JetBlue Park. That's their facility.
Where is the facility down here?
Fort Myers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see all the guys there, and again, this is the life I grew up in. So Fenway's like the second home to me. So every time I walk in there, it's no questions asked. Hey Dan, how you doing? And
wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ballpark.
It is.
Oh,
even though I'm a Yankees fan.
It's all good. It's all good.
Why am I not surprised that you're a Yankee fan?
Listen, I worked in baseball for a minor league baseball for a long time, so it kind of like, see, that's why like I can admire that you and your dad are still like into the game and love it, because I mean I worked obviously in a different aspect than you guys, but it kind of ruined it for me a little bit. Like I get like the shakes thinking about tarping in the middle of in the middle of a rainstorm, and like when I'm watching games now, so I can't. It was always. Extras were my biggest nightmare in the world. When like before that, as a fan, I was like, "This is awesome! We're going into extras,
right.
Great!" Like that was my nightmare, because that was the difference between me. I hosted on-field promotions at the Long Island Ducks, which is an independent team.
Great team.
And worked with them for 10 years, both on in the front office and on the field. And it was just like you prayed for extras to not happen, and it was the difference between me going home at say 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night or 1 or 2 a.m.
Right.
And there were times when we got into the 14th inning where they're like, Paul, go up there and do the 14th inning stretch. Why don't you? With 6 people in the crowd, and it was just. Hey, listen, it was fun. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I got to meet all these.
Go on, Paul. You just want to get up there and sing.
I always sang. I sang every day.
Exactly.
Every single day.
That's all you want.
I got to meet a lot of players, ex-players, and guys that were going up, coming up in the game. So it was a really, really cool experience. I worked directly with Buddy Harrelson.
Oh, nice.
And he was just an amazing guy, and got to work with a lot of big legend guys. And my dad was like, "Oh my God, you met them! Oh my!" And it was cool. But now I watch baseball, and I'm like, "Oh God." I'm thinking in my head, like, those guys are going to have to tarp. They're going to have to tarp in a few minutes now. You have nightmares about it, getting stuck under the tarp. Ugh.
Did you ever get stuck under the tarp,
I
Paul?
fell under the tarp once, yes.
You fell under the tarp?
Yeah.
Really?
It happens a lot, more often than you would think. So mine was not as bad. Oh, yeah.
Does it? I don't
well,
really
because
think
in MLB, it's a little bit different. Those guys are like... There's like a tarp team.
They're
like,
pros. They're pros.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
In minor league baseball, the people that are tarping are the people that sit in cubicles during the day to sell the advertising. So, because everybody that works in a minor league baseball team works every morning from like 8:30 till 5:30. Then when the gates open, they go and either they usher or they run the store, or they, like me, do the on-field hosting or PA announcing, or like there's a promotions director. Like they all go to different jobs for the games. So they work 16, 20-hour days sometimes. It's crazy. And at the team that I was at, they did not let you come in late a day after you were there till 1:30 in the morning. So you had to show up at 8:30 in the morning the next day, every single day. So you'd end up raking in the hours, man, and you were salaried. So you're like, holy crap, I worked 75 hours this week. How is that possible?
Sounds like my life.
Yeah. So you do, everybody does a little bit of everything there. So the tarp crew is like, the girl that sits next to you and answers the phones for the company, she's tarping next to you. So if she slips up, that affects the guy next to you. That affects you. So if you trip, everybody's got to keep going. Nobody stops.
Yeah, you can't stop.
So you just, because you lose the momentum. Especially if it's actually raining, that thing is so heavy, you got 20 guys on the tarp. You're never moving.
There should be a tarping song. I can't believe we got this much on. And now here on KMA Talk Radio, we're going to do 5 minutes on tarping, and this is what we've actually done.
It was the worst part of the job. But it was the thing I hated the most.
We've got Daniel P.
I'm sure Danny's never tarped before.
I've never tarped,
No? Never had to tarp.
You should do it once just to say you did it.
I'm all set.
He gets it. He very much gets it there. So before we went to the previous break, we were talking about how you're becoming a sports agent now.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
What guided you on this path to sports agency?
Well, I mean, it's like I tell people, I'm very fortunate that I grew up in 2 different businesses, cigar world and the baseball world.
Mm.
My dad really did both since I was born.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a love and an appreciation for cigars, and the same as baseball. I mean, I played baseball my whole life. So it was brought to my attention a long time ago that I should get into scouting, become an agent. I went the cigar route first.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few years ago, I was just thinking about it, and then there was a big growth in like the Cuban players coming over and the Latin players just making big splash.
No, the Dominican guys have been completely ruining the world now, or just taking over the world. And
pretty much.
You got Yasiel Puig and all these other guys.
Yeah, you got all these
Dominican
guys
is the hotbed of
Cuban,
baseball now.
Yeah, Cubans, the Dominicans, the Venezuelans. There's quite a few Mexicans into the league now, and so it was just brought to my attention. You should look into becoming an agent. And it so happens I got together with a family friend who has been an agent for about almost 40 years. As a matter of fact, I think he did a contract or helped my dad with a contract when he was with the Yankees in 79. So,
I just did a wow.
Yeah, you did do a wow.
I did a wow. Well,
he's become not only is he my partner, but he's my mentor. So he's been showing me a lot of the ropes, how to become a sports agent, sports advisor, and it's been a lot of fun.
So is it really like? Do you think that people said that you should get into the business because, one, obviously you grew up in it, but because you know everybody? Is that a reason to get into it, or is it more because you really actually understand the business side and get that aspect of the business?
I think it's all the above.
Okay.
I this has been my life, so I know the game. I know the ins and outs of it. My time playing, I know a lot of people. My contact list is pretty big when it comes to baseball, and they just thought it was a good fit.
How far did you go playing?
I played in college.
Okay.
I played at UCF. Then I went to transfer to Bridgewater State. I ended up going to Dominican Republic in the Dodgers Academy.
Yep.
And I was there as a free agent. And I ended up getting hurt.
Oh, geez.
Called it. Just said I was done. I kind of lost it at that point. I didn't really feel like playing anymore. I ended up going back to school, get my degree. And that was it. But, I gave it a shot.
Did you while you were playing, was that everything for you? Was that in your head? Was that your dream, or did you have aspirations to do other things? You just knew you had a talent, and
that's all I wanted to do.
Right.
I mean, that was growing up. that was pretty much it. Baseball. I played other sports, but baseball is what I really wanted to pursue and become a pro ball player. And didn't really have a plan B after that. But I did. I kind of did, but I ignored it for a while.
Right.
So.
But then you found your way, so
I did.
I guess it worked out for you.
It's worked out great. I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I love it.
Does that
some
help
late
you?
hours?
Does it help you when you've actually played and gone, done as much as you've done as an actual player in the job now?
It helps. It helps because the players can relate to you.
Right.
You can relate to them. If they have some issues, anything from, being a slump, they're just not into it, there's something going on, they feel more comfortable talking to somebody who's probably played the game. I mean, in my case, most of the guys that we represent, now they kind of consider me like their big brother, their dad, and, they've talked to me, they ask me for advice. It's more than a agent-client relationship. It really is more of a big brother, little brother kind of relationship. So, I mean, my phone rings at all times.
So are you repping guys in the major league?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We have some guys that are pretty close to getting up there. Like I said, I've only started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So my partner's, he's been around for a long time, but he kind of limited his clientele to only 4 or 5 players.
Oh, wow.
He has his own law practice, and he's still a law professor. And once I came on board, right now we're at about 30, 35 players. Because I work on many levels, not just on a representation side, but also on a recruiting side.
Okay.
So I'm out in the fields checking out these players that I know that aren't represented, that I like, that I think have a good chance of getting at least past, double A, going to triple A, which is kind of the gauge I want to go by. Once they get to that point, they have a real good shot at getting to the bigs. So I've just been hitting up all the ballparks throughout Florida as far as spring training, and Dominican Republic for the academies, and just going that route.
Okay.
Not a bad gig.
Not at all. Oh no, you're telling me you're getting paid to go travel and go to baseball games. Oh crap!
And possibly see the next big MLB star.
Yeah, I'm waiting to land that big fish.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Haven't found that. Haven't found the. That
They're
big
there.
game.
They're there to be found.
They're there. Yeah, they are. These last 3 contracts this year, kind of,
Yeah. We're going to talk about that when we come back, because I have some thoughts, and I think you have some thoughts, so we can get into that. We'll talk about those contracts when we come back here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hi, this is Nish Patel from Rocky Patel Premium Cigars. I want to introduce you guys out to our Old World Reserve Corojo made in a Honduran facility. What a beautiful medium-bodied cigar. When you light it up, it's got a gorgeous white ash, and you get that sweetness from that delicious Corojo wrapper, a little bit of spice, and a lot of nuttiness. Go to your local brick and mortar, check out the Old World Reserve Corojo. You will not be disappointed. Again, what a delicious cigar.
La Aurora Preferidos Perfectos have always been the foundational cigar of the Dominican cigar industry. Now, the same legendary blends are available in traditional Toros, Robustos, and Coronas. No matter what your preference in Connecticut, Cameroon, Corojo, Brazilian Maduro, Ecuadorian, broadleaf Maduro, there is now a La Aurora Preferido that you can enjoy at any time of the day. Tradition, value, quality. Look to the lion. La Aurora, king of the pride since 1903.
Looking for something unique and awesome? Smoke Oscar Valderas cigars. 2012 Connecticut, 2012 Corojo, 2012 Maduro, the Oscar Habano, the Oscar Maduro, My Way, and our latest creation, Oscar Valderas Cicerone Edition. A great cigar that comes in 5 different collectible boxes with an amazing exclusive artwork. Remember, Oscar has something unique and awesome waiting for you. Ask for Oscar Cigars in your favorite cigar shop.
Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust and its master ligador, Steve Saka, is crafting the very finest cigars available today. One such brand is his Todos los Dias. This liga is very smooth with tastes of dark chocolate and figs, with a nice sweet chili pepper that escalates in warmth as you smoke it. On the palate, it feels like a medium-bodied smoke, but it is lying to you, as this cigar is quite strong. From the first puff, there is no doubt of the origin of Todos los Dias, or that it is intended solely for the seasoned cigar smoker. Viva Nicaragua!
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, everyone's favorite producer, Paul.
Everyone's favorite producer, or the only producer around that people are just like, well, I guess if we have him here, he'll be our favorite.
Well, where's the, he's the only one we could afford sound effects, because that's what's
Paul
going
the
on.
producer, the best we could afford.
Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it.
You know, well, maybe this ruins the allure of the show, but I wrote those. And they still hurt me. I wrote all these mean things, shut up, Paul, and all that stuff for Duffy to say, thinking that I was being a team player for the show.
It's time for a new producer.
Yeah, I wrote all that stuff, and it doesn't hurt any less.
Well, that's all you can do.
Excuse me, why is Paul talking?
Yep, I wrote that.
There you go. See, there you go. Fun time.
So speaking of talking, we're talking
here
to
with
Danny.
We're here with Daniel Tiant of the now the Major League Baseball scout and player coordinator extraordinaire.
But wait, before we go into what we were talking about, just quick, since we're saying this, the Tiant Cigar Group, is it still in existence? Because on your LinkedIn page, it still says present. Just so you know.
Yeah, no, it does. I know. That's going to change.
Okay.
Tiant Cigar Group is done. I'm going to change the name to it, and I'm actually.
Oh, are we ready for this? This is a big announcement. Wait, Colin, he heard it first on KMA.
Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio.
So go ahead.
We'll be changing it to. It's going to become Tiant Family. Just my dad and I.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Nice.
No partners. Just my dad, myself, and we've been toying around with the idea because again, people keep asking them, and I'm still getting a lot of hits for the brand. So I've been talking to Espinoza. Eric,
our good friend Eric.
Eric is one of my longest, good friends in the industry, and he and I've talked.
You just say it. You're bros. You're bros.
Yeah, we're bros.
That's great, bro.
You're bros.
We're bros.
You're bros.
So we get together. Okay. We get together regularly, and I go to their warehouse quite a bit in Hialeah. So the last time we were there, I took my dad and we sat down, we talked, and we're thinking about making a new line with him. So we're just kind of. I've already worked on some blends with Hector, and for a while we've just been toying around with some blends that we like. I think probably for like 2-3 years. But this past February, we went over there, my dad and I.
Okay.
And it was kind of just put on the table. My dad's like, "Look, I want to come back. I want to do something with the brand." And at Fenway, he's always getting asked, hey, where's the El Tiantes? We're gonna get a
Are they really?
cigar.
That's such a cool feeling too.
No, it really is. And I think that's why I started thinking about doing it again. I didn't want to leave when I left. I didn't want to leave, and it wasn't on my terms. So to me, it's unfinished business. So I really feel like I should come back and do something more smaller production. Not a lot of retailers, but something more in the New England market and the Florida market. and then if it grows, it grows. But just something that I can handle, I can manage, and Espinosa's got my back. So
that's a really cool announcement.
Absolutely.
So do you think your dad wants to roll out the cigars again because it's kind of like his legacy? Like, do you think the cigar will be his name that lives on?
Yeah, he feels that way. You know, he really does. And you know, I'll tell you what, there's a couple words that are thrown out there that I think are overused, and one of them is passion. He really is passionate about cigars. So am I. We didn't get into this business back in the day to make money. I mean,
no one gets into the cigar business to make money.
Look, you go into business, you're going to go into business to be successful and make money. That's the bottom line. But I also know that cigar business takes a very long time.
Right.
And I think a lot of people that try to get into it think that it's, hey, let me just get this, I'll do it, I'm going to just be rich.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
6 months from now, we're going to be rolling in the dough.
You got to put your time into it. You got to go to the factory. You got to go to the... You know, if it's Nicaragua, it's Honduras, wherever it may be, you got to go. You got to put your time into it. And my dad actually enjoyed doing that, as do I. So, you know, he really is passionate about it. Like I said, he's 70. He's going to be 79 this year.
Oh, wow.
He's been smoking cigars since he was 16. You know,
wow.
We have, you know, he has family on his mom's side that were in the business in Cuba. So, you know, it's always been a part of his life. Being in Cuba, you either play baseball or you smoke, or you're in the cigar business.
Right.
You know, you can add boxing to it. He did 2 of the 3, and so yeah, it's been kicked around, and we really want to just see if we can give it a shot. And like I said, more of a smaller scale, more of a family, father-son thing, and leave everybody else out.
Well, so then that goes back to what we say, Adam, that nobody's ever really out.
No.
Of the business.
I think I'm out and they pull me back in.
Every time. So you were one of the guys that Abe was saying, is like, we really haven't heard much from Dan. Like, he's like, you know, he always, you know, liked you. And I think we were talking about people that retire from the business or get out of the business. And then eventually, over the next year or two, they always end up coming back.
Right.
So here we are talking. You were one of the guys that's like, no, it seemed like he was done.
Yeah.
And here he is.
Yeah, no, it's...
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
No, listen, Abe is one of my favorites. He's
pissed he can't be here. Really, like, he's upset that he wasn't able to be here today.
No, he's a real good man, and he's helped me a lot too. So
there we go. Like everything we're doing here, this has been a fun and exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, but the first hour is done. We will have a lot more quality content. In fact, you will get to hear Paul and I read the news in the second hour. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
The Southeast #1 club of the year is Spearmint Rhino. Enjoy $5 lunch specials daily till 3 with the best view in town. Really hungry? Take a bite of their 16-ounce New York strip special, only $14.95. Available daily until 10 p.m. Spearmint Rhino, home of $10 Tuesdays all day and all night. And now Thursdays until 8 p.m. Dances are $10. Spearmint Rhino is South Florida's adult playground. Mention at the door, Honest Abe sent you for free entry. For more information, visit spearmintrhino.com.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Keep it lit with KMA Talk Radio.
Cigar Fairy's making rounds.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Hey,
Hey, fools, how about a game of cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me, expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100% perfect puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo, Nicaragua. Two legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister.
Big timing.
Well done, Paul. Way to go. Did you wash your hands at least this time?
I always wash my hands in the bathroom, but I did read a stat the other day. I don't know if it's real because it was on Snapchat, but
you read a stat on Snapchat.
Yeah, that only 66% of men that use the bathroom to do number 2 wash their hands.
That's inconceivable.
Thank you, Colin, because that definitely is inconceivable.
There's 33% of you out there that are not washing your hands when you do number 2.
And I would like to make sure that I do not
34%.
shake hands with
bad math.
all of you. Yeah.
I'm not a stats guy. But that's disgusting, isn't that?
Who comes up with these numbers and how do they do the
that's
polling
what I
for
want to
this
find
is what
out.
I would like to know.
How do they do that? How do they come up with these numbers? That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
I don't know. Probably the same way that they come up with polling numbers for politicians. Who
Which
knows?
are also just, based on, okay, well, if this many people said this, then we have to presume that this much of the population did this, and it's all a bunch of fake mumbo-jumbo.
Fake news.
Thank you. Very well done. Yes, with me, of course, Paul the producer and Daniel Tiant from the Tiant Cigar Group, which will soon become the Tiant Family Cigar Company.
That's it.
Yes. And hopefully the representative of the next person getting a $400 million contract in Major League Baseball.
That would be nice.
Yes.
That would be real nice.
Oh, gosh. You got to get 10% of that. Darn.
15,
crap.
I thought, no?
5.
5?
5?
Yeah.
Oh, my agents ripped me off when I was an actor. They got 15%.
You probably definitely had the wrong agents. No, I thought it was standard 10. You get 5.
Okay, still.
MLB guys only get 5. Yep. Wow.
So when you, if you get
darn, 5% of $430 million.
So say you have one of those clients. Are you a one client agent then at that point? Like they want you to be, I'm assuming.
Well, the guys those agents, I mean, those players they're working with the big guys.
Right.
So they have multiple players on their firm.
Right.
Making money never hurts.
So there's multiple agents that work for them. So that's...
Okay, so speaking of $430 million contracts, do we have a problem in baseball with the way people are getting contracts like this? With the way Trout has now gotten this extension, the way what Bryce Harper signed for, which we thought was astronomical for $380 million. Mm-hmm. Is this an issue? And as a guy who's part of, I mean...
In the biz.
You're in the biz. You want people to be signing these contracts, obviously.
Right.
But as a baseball purist or someone whose father also played the game and loves baseball in general, is this a problem?
All right. To answer that question, let's see. If you ask my dad that question, because I'm with him a lot.
I would love to know what your father thought was.
He actually says he's all for them making their money.
Right.
He's like, he basically goes, if you're going to offer me that much money, you think I'm going to say no to it? Of course not.
Who does? Yeah.
Look, the teams have the ability to do it, and they make their money back.
But are they really, is the question I keep having. Like, obviously, like, I've heard interviews with Bud Selig before he retired a couple of years ago, and he's like, our revenues are up, but, I mean, it feels like there's 182 games.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to 182 baseball games?
Corporate America. I mean, the big companies. I mean, look, it's...
Obviously, everybody wants to say there's money in the TV rights. Obviously,
right.
The NBA, the NFL, that's where they're making all their money is in the TV rights. But
merchandise, they do a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, money is spent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that money is spent.
Just get nice and close to that mic. I'm sorry.
I mean, you go to a game and just by buying a jersey, a couple jerseys, it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
So they make their money back. It's if they couldn't do it, they wouldn't offer these contracts.
But okay, so therein lies the problem. Does Major League Baseball need a salary cap like most of the other leagues have? Because I mean, they're spending that much money on one guy. Are they not crippling themselves from signing other quality players and building a good team around them?
I can see a cap working.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm old school, so I'm not your standard representative to be like, the more money the better. I really look more into the purity and the good of the game. I love the game of baseball, so I think there could be a little bit more of a balance. But look, if the teams want to pay it and they can pay it, then players should just sign that dotted line and get paid.
I mean, yeah, look at the Yankees for years with those salaries.
That is an excellent point. Yes.
The crazy thing is that they can make it back, though. You're right. Like that's the thing, Adam. That like scares you. That if they have so many players with those kinds of salaries, that's the kind of money rolling around those places. But that just going to a game, even down here, when you go to Miami, it's still super expensive to go to a baseball game. Like if you have a family of 4, you're probably looking at like $500 easy for the 4 of you to go to a game, have a hot dog each, park.
That's if you parked in the off-site parking at the thing where
for
you had
$25, right?
You gave the guy $20.
Yeah,
right.
And that's in Miami. You go to Fenway or Yankee Stadium, forget it.
Yankees
double that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Just for myself, I could easily, when I would go to Yankee Stadium, and I went fairly often, it was at least $400 for me for the day. And not extravagantly drinking or anything like that.
Right.
So, that's the other question is, it's America's pastime. It's America's game. Are we kind of making it too difficult for the everyman to go?
I think we could say that about any
I think you can say it
professional
from
sport.
You can say it from any
especially now
sport
that we're getting into personal seating licenses for season ticket holders is the absolute worst possible thing that people ever created.
Yeah.
And so you're making me pay $1,000 or whatever it is for a personal seat license so that I can then pay more money to have my season tickets.
Right. But that's not anything new. I mean,
that literally came out like in the last 10 years.
Yeah, when the new Meadowlands opened, we had Giants and Jets tickets. My grandfather had Giants tickets, and my father has Jets tickets.
And did that create a split between the family?
Yeah, I mean, I was a Giant fan. My dad was a Jet fan. So was my brother. So it was a little weird. Everybody else in the family were Giant fans, and my dad and brother were Jet fans. So we got to see, what it's like to win, and everybody else was always depressed. But he had tickets on the 45-yard line, 4 rows up from the visitor's side. It was an unbelievable position. He had 2 seats there, and he had 2 seats up, way up in the 300s. And when the new stadium opened up, they wanted $20,000 per ticket. And my dad said, wow. My dad's, he's not a super wealthy man, but he's done well for himself. And my dad said to the ticket guy who he'd been dealing with for years, I mean probably 20 years, same guy. He said, I can pay it, but I won't out of principle.
Right.
I've given you my money for 25 years for these exact seats, and I've never been late. I've always paid in full. Yet, it's just a slap in the face to a fan that's a real diehard, true fan.
Absolutely.
So he didn't do that. He had a seat license, but they ended up for the new seats that he got, but they ended up cutting it in half, and they only charged him for 1.
Yeah.
It's much less than that, though. I don't remember what it was, but that's harsh, especially for the diehard fans, especially for teams like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's not always a reason to go to the game.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
Except to get depressed and maybe have a couple drinks.
Yes, and I very much like waiting in line to have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
When I could just stay home and watch it on my 70-inch screen and not wait in line to go to the bathroom.
But there's something to be said about going to a game. Especially, especially a baseball game. Baseball, I can get tired of it watching it at home, to be honest. 9 innings is a long time to sit in front of the TV.
Mm-hmm.
But in person, it's exciting.
Yeah.
You're in the action.
Yes, when there is action. Calling out the joke. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more with Daniel Tiant here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Known the world over as the Rolls-Royce of cigars, with unparalleled packaging and superb quality, Gurkha cigars are works of art that feature the rarest and best tobaccos in the industry, offering a flavor profile for every palate. The highly rated Gurkha brand creates a luxurious experience for even the most discriminating cigar smoker. So treat yourself today with an unparalleled cigar smoking experience. Visit GurkhaCigars.com to find a purveyor of Gurkha cigars near you.
Plasencia Cigars has been one of the world's leading growers of first-class tobacco since 1865. Today, Nestor Plasencia Sr., together with the fifth generation of the Plasencia family, continue the legacy. With over 3,000 acres of quality tobacco fields, they are makers of quality cigars, including Alma Fuerte, ranked among the top 10 cigars in major publications. Find them in your local premium tobacconist stores around the country. Plasencia Cigars, perfected for more than 150 years. Yours to enjoy now.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. Smoking a cigar is all part of the experience. For me, there's nothing better than gathering with friends after an amazing steak dinner and smoking my GC Signature Series paired with a fine glass of scotch. Good conversation and a few laughs is always better when smoking Christoph. Start enriching your downtime. Go to Christoph.com and click on the Discover Your Christoph tab to find the Christoph cigars that are right for you. Upgrade your downtime with Christoph.
Ventura Cigar Company is a boutique cigar brand born in sunny Southern California. Ventura Cigar Company is on a mission to create memorable, complex cigar blends that excite the senses and reward discriminating palates. Experience the Cigar Aficionado number 13 Cigar of the Year, the archetype Axis Mundi. Rise up, step up, look up, fire up, and leave compromise behind with Ventura Cigar Company. Check them out online at VenturaCigar.com.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied, this cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely iHeart Studios of West Palm Beach, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
If you're joining us, or if you're just joining us and you didn't hear that Abe's not here today, he's okay. He just had an emergency for work. But Juan Cancel, I guess, came late to the party, and he said, looking at your chair, he said, wow, Abe got real skinny. He lost a lot of weight, grew hair, and got white.
Yes, I'm a little thinner. I have hair and am white. Very pasty white, because I don't go out in the sun at all. because that sounds terrible to me.
And you're a Floridian.
Yeah.
And you don't like the beach.
Yeah, no, I do not. I absolutely hate the beach. It's a terrible place.
Why
There's
would you
sand
move
there.
here if you hate the heat, you hate the beach, you
It
hate
doesn't.
the sand?
It doesn't snow
That's it. That's the only reason. There's
Yes.
a lot of places that it doesn't snow in America. Why come here?
because it doesn't snow here ever.
All right.
It snows in a lot of the other parts of the country. Have you ever been to Georgia when it snows? You know what happens
No, but the
there?
city shuts down.
Yes, it shuts down. So, yes, that's why I don't live in Georgia.
1 inch of snow and it shuts down.
Yep.
Pretty bad.
No, less than that. An eighth of an inch in the city of Atlanta is in complete and utter chaos. There, I said it. Atlanta, you don't know how to deal with snow.
But we love you, Atlanta.
Yes.
You're one of our biggest markets.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And keep signing cutting those checks. All right. Anyway, we're here with Daniel Tiant from formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group, now the Tiant Family Cigar Company, which could be coming out with something from the Espinosa La Zona factory in a year?
Possibly. Yeah.
Maybe 8 months?
Could be sooner.
Could be sooner.
Yeah, could be sooner.
That's a question. How, don't you, I mean, as far as the aging and whatnot and blending, that's quick, right? Under a year?
The thing is that Hector and I have been working with stuff
Tinkering.
for a while.
Poking around.
Yeah.
I always wonder what he does in that office.
We just keep it on a down low.
Every time we've been down there, Hector's just always in his office. Like, he just has, like, silent meetings with everybody.
He really does. He'll shut the door and it's all top secret and it's awesome.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've witnessed it. I've seen these things happen.
When we were at La Zona Palooza, like, I kid you not, it was like The Godfather, where there was like a line of people waiting to get in there.
You got to kiss his ring, sit down, kiss his ring.
Him and Eric are sitting in Hector's office, and they're just talking to people one by one. And I was like, "What is going on?" Then I got invited in with Abe.
Don't ask.
I was like, "Whoa!"
Don't ask. This is not what we're doing, bro. Listen, this is not what we're talking about. Okay, don't worry about it. It's okay.
You know, I realized that Eric is the best salesman in the cigar industry. You know why? Because I saw him casually at one of Abe's shops after the show a couple weeks ago. And he was just there. I was like, "You're in town and you don't tell me that you come on, you could have popped on the show, whatever." He's like, "Oh, it was, just, by happenstance, I was popping in." And I was running into the humidor because I wanted to grab a couple cigars because we were going out that night. And he grabbed my arm. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in there?" I was like, "I'm going to go get a cigar." He goes, "Do the right thing, bro." I was gonna go get some Laranjas. I mean, if that's cool. He goes, "That's what I like to hear."
Yeah,
he goes, "Maybe I'll buy you a drink." I was like, "Oh my god!" Abe died. Abe thought it was so funny. He was like, "Do the right thing, bro."
That's the thing. You got to. That's how he is. It's just, you got to do the right thing, and that's pretty much it.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
He's a good dude.
That's phenomenal. Oh man. So other than scouting baseball prospects and talking to Hector about coming out with a cigar line, what else do you do on a daily basis there, Dan?
I just work a lot.
Yeah.
Work a lot. Spend time with family. My parents are in town,
Mm-hmm.
so they're here for spring training. So I try to see them as much as I can. Just time in general with my family. That's if I can, but which I try to make that point. I try to balance everything out.
Yeah.
But I'm on the road a lot. Like I said, I got about 35 players, and you're talking. I got to go to Lakeland. I got to go to Jupiter. I got to go to St. Lucie. Tampa.
And all these guys you represent are based out of the Florida systems?
No, I got a couple guys in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I got a player with San Francisco Giants, and I got a player with the Seattle Mariners organization. So I used to have one kid with the Dodgers, but he's now in Mexico playing. They put him on a loan, so he plays in the Mexican League to get more at bats.
Okay.
So I had a couple guys in Arizona. So if I got to get to Arizona, I got to get to Arizona. Now that spring training ends, some of the guys will stay for extended spring, but if not, they go to the teams that they're assigned to. Then I got to go see them.
I was going to say, so you have to go and visit them at the teams that they're...
I mean, look, they're all pretty low key, and just a couple phone calls, check up on them is good. But once in a while, it's good to pop into wherever they're playing and just watch them play. They do. They're like, "Hey, you haven't seen me play this year." They're kids. They're 20, 19, 21.
Yeah.
So they want to see you, support them, and go to the ballpark and watch them play. And
have any of them asked you to show you the money yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, they're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple of guys. Some of the bigger prospects we got they're inching closer and closer. So those talks are coming up.
Right, yeah. but they're not going to totally give you the Jerry Maguire.
No, they're not going to give me the Jerry Maguire.
Okay,
no.
You have them better trained than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I actually tell them no. I say no to them a lot, and I do. I try to talk to them, man to man. But on the age difference, I also try to teach them. So that's why a lot of them consider me like their big brother or their dad. So they know not to cross the line too much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think you have to do that early, just to kind of, so they don't get used to everything is a yes.
Right.
They need to hear a no here and there.
And that'll help them beyond, whether they move up into the big leagues or not. That's going to help them, because I think a lot of these guys are like, they're jaded.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
look, you got to be honest with them. That's one thing. Word of advice I got from somebody in the baseball world was, look, just be honest. Be honest to your players, and they'll respect you a lot more. They'll understand, and that's what it should be. None of this. Don't yes them to death that they get everything, because you're going to create a monster. But you got to really set rules, guidelines, and no means no.
Do you have to rein
like
them in sometimes, like kind of make things realistic? Like,
you have to.
Yeah,
you really do. They all think they're going to make it, and to be honest with you, majority won't.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So you have to talk to them about a plan B. And what do they want to do if they don't make it? And that's one of the things I try to talk to these kids about.
Don't spend all your money on cars and hoes.
Right, that too. And you'll be surprised. A lot of them, they just go through their money. And you try to teach them what to do with their money, and don't go ahead and just buy a brand new car. Buy a used car. Buy something smaller scale. Don't go with a
or as Herm Edwards said, you don't need 2 cars. You don't need 4 cars.
No.
You can only drive 1 car at a time.
Exactly.
Get 1 car.
Just get 1 car.
Yeah.
Don't get a massive house. Get a small house. Get a small condo. And you try to teach them that it's like somebody who wins the lottery. You go crazy. If you
right.
Right. And, next thing you know, you get $10 million in your lap. What are you going to do with it? So same.
And then they find how easily you can spend $10 million. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly. So I do. I try to teach them a lot of to go with a plan B. What do you guys have? If you don't make it, what's your next step? And we still work with players once they get to that point. We've had a couple of guys that retired, so we help them on their second career, and that's what we've been doing with them. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What I mean, it's all over the place, I'm sure. But do a lot of guys go into like training and coaching and teaching?
Yeah, coaching is big. Running their own academy, running their training facilities. We have one of our players who's putting up his own hitting facility in Naples.
Oh, cool!
So he's gonna be working with us, and he trains a lot of high school and college kids, get them into proper placement. And
okay, fun times. We gotta go. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me, expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
Toscano cigars, as rustic and strong as the people who smoke them. Try the Toscano's rustic and full-bodied flavors and aromas. Made in Italy with 100% dark fire-cured tobacco from the United States and Italy. One of the best-selling cigars in the world. Toscano cigars are the perfect combination of American and Italian craftsmanship. Dry-cured, handmade, and fire-cured for your enjoyment anytime, anywhere. Visit your local premium cigar retailer and look for Toscano cigars today.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, everyone's favorite producer extraordinaire, Paul.
At least I get something. Usually when Abe's here, you just kind of say, and then there's Paul.
Well, I don't have to say, and the man, the myth, the legend of Honest Abe, so, well, I had more words for you today.
What have you done in the last, half hour to, get a little bit more perky? You're waking up a little bit now.
I woke up, yes.
I spent an hour too late, but, it's exciting.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Happy to give all the listeners, that's exactly what they wanted to hear. So, still sitting with us, joining us is Daniel Tiant, formerly of the Tiant Cigar Group, now the Tiant Family Cigar Company, coming possibly to a retailer near you in the next year, maybe.
Well, so when that officially happens, will you do us a favor and come back in, maybe bring a couple of the cigars, and we can give them away? And
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And maybe we can get your dad to come. His dad got called to last-minute Red Sox stuff today.
Yeah.
Or else he was going to kind of surprise us and sneak in.
Well, that would have been fun.
Would have been cool.
I would have so many questions.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd come by, but he had to do some stuff at the JetBlue Park, so.
Next time.
Yeah.
What would the number one question be that you would ask him? Have you met his dad or no?
No.
Okay. So what's a question that you ask a guy like him with a history like he has in the game?
Well, wow. Thanks, Colin. You're really throwing me off now. I mean, I would probably be something to the effect of, what do you feel like? There'd probably be a steroid question in there.
Okay.
I would probably ask a steroid question about, the current age of steroids and possibly the previous era of steroids, because obviously he came up at a time and was actually out just after steroids really hit their initial peak, which was in the early 80s.
Right.
So it was mostly prevalent in football, and then, of course, there was the entire era where everybody's like, oh, all of a sudden this guy started working out in the offseason. Now he has massive forearms. Yeah. Working out. Yeah, and how all. I mean, I would probably ask a payroll question about, once again, like we just talked with Danny earlier about, but I would get into that, and I would probably talk about is Tommy John surgery overrated? I would get his opinion on that.
That's a good one. That's a good question.
Especially as a pitcher, I mean, that's a really good one. I mean, all these guys getting Tommy Johns.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just the guy the other day from the somebody who just got Tommy John surgery yesterday.
I mean, anybody that you know that's been a pitcher, they've all,
but it's like, is there a better way? Should there be another option? Should we explore other things other than just, hey, let's just have Tommy John surgery and just have another part of your muscle moved into a different muscle and attached to a secondary muscle?
Oh, Tommy loves it.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he does.
All right. I bet he does. Did he get $1 every time they say Tommy John surgery?
I'm sure he tried to
I'm sure he tried.
He is definitely.
My God, he's missing out on that one.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
It's the most. Oh, yeah. If he had $1, he could retire for the rest.
He's actually a cool guy. Mm-hmm. He worked with us in the Atlantic League a bunch of times. He is a fun character. He's definitely, him and Sparky Lyle are probably my two most memorable guys from working in that era. And if you know Dave LaPointe that played for the Cardinals,
yep.
He pitched for the Cardinals. I think he played in the series in. I should know this. He's a Florida guy, but every time I try to set up meetings with him, he's like, oh, actually, I got to go to St. Louis. Oh, I got to go to spring training. They always, it's the same thing as your dad. Like they use him because he's a personality and people love him.
Right, yeah.
He's just a cool guy and fun to hang out with. So they like those guys.
Oh yeah, it brings more to the team. And
he's a cigar guy too, actually.
Yeah,
we've talked about possibly getting him on the show.
A lot of those guys are.
Anyway, so
Adam. Oh yeah, we have to do the news, but Coop isn't on. But we can still do the intro.
We'll do the intro.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music? The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
All right, so Koopaloop is on a plane somewhere from New York back to probably the lovely Charlotte area. So we will read the news this week. Thompson Cigar Tampa operations is shutting down. Last year, Scandinavian Tobacco Group acquired longtime online retailer Thompson Cigar. Now, STG has begun the process of consolidating its retail operations. As a result, Thompson Cigar's Tampa-based operations will shut down and result in a layoff of the supporting staff. STG is also the owner of Cigars International, the massive retail operation located in eastern Pennsylvania, which is where STG will consolidate its online retail operations. The consolidation effort will include shutting down Thompson's warehouse and retail operations, as well as laying off the 112 employees based in Tampa. The Florida Department of Economic Opportunity was given notice on Friday of the pending layoffs. Employees being laid off include warehouse staff, retail staff, human resources, IT, and administration.
Is this a surprise?
A little bit that they would get rid of the retail space. The fact that the warehouse space would go away, no.
So what is STG's end game here? To own everything? Eliminate all competition? I mean, it just seems like they're just acquiring tons of different companies.
Well, I mean,
and kind of silently.
They got them for $60 million, and they're, I mean, obviously the Thompson number that was floated out there about what they do annually was well over the $60 million price point, so they got a good catalog-based business.
But he wanted out of the business anyway, what the rumor was.
Oh, yeah, no, he's, wanted out, got out. Well, the fact that they're shutting down the retail space is a little shocking, but there's a lot of competition in Tampa now. So
right,
and the other thing is, the other crazy thing about the story is, Cigars International has been working on building up other stores in retail spaces across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have a big one that's been there and established for a very long time.
That they're just going to close.
And now you're just going to close it. So it seems like there's a mismatch of what they've been trying to do for the last couple of years, or they're changing up their strategy. So it could be a lot of things.
I mean, as a boutique guy, what is this? I mean, does this scare you, seeing these big companies go in and just kind of gobble up everything out there? You think it hurts the business?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I think it does hurt the business on many levels. Because you're really eliminating like you said, the boutiques, the little guys,
right?
They can't compete. And that's
and this is such a mom and pop industry too.
I know, but then you would talk to a lot of the boutique guys, and if what is it, STG?
Mm-hmm.
If STG came to them and offered them,
any amount of money
to buy out everything and they could be done, they would do it in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
I think.
Well, who wouldn't?
But that's the end game with a business, right? To get more out of it than you put into it, and
exactly
get paid.
Show me the money.
Right.
Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you.
No, yeah.
Good callback.
Yeah, that was, and I got rid of the image that I had up before Jerry Maguire.
Oh. All right, Paul. Next story.
So, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust to release Sobremesa Brûlée. For those who were waiting for Steve Saka, as we were speaking of him before, to release his first Connecticut Shade cigar, the wait
Sakalicious
is over. However, for those who are expecting a new age Connecticut cigar in the mold and the bold cigars, Saka is known for, well, that's not going to be the case. This week on a Facebook video, Saka announced Sobremesa Brûlée, a Connecticut Shade cigar, will make its debut at the 2019 IPCPR trade show. I saw this video, and I believe the one that Coop's referring to is when he was driving from Florida to New Hampshire, back to New Hampshire, and it was like 2 a.m., and he was just like getting that tunnel vision while he was driving somewhere in the Carolinas, and he had to stop, and he's literally like on the side of the road at a rest stop, and he's just blurting out stuff. So I wonder if Saka meant to talk about this or not. He was just kind of getting a little tired. But according to Saka, he was looking for a blend that reminded me of those blends I was smoking in the 80s and the very early 90s. Sobremesa Brûlée is described by Saka as a cigar that captured that sentiment that he had when he first started smoking cigars. In a day when we hear about many Connecticut Shade cigars not being your father or grandfather's Connecticut, Saka says this is exactly what your father and grandfather's Connecticut was like. It's a mild plus cigar that says it's creamier and more flavorful than the New Age Connecticut Shade cigars. Sobremesa Brûlée will be available in 3 traditional sizes, Robusto, Toro, and Gordo. Saka also announced a pair of line extensions to Mi Querida, known as Trique Traca. These are bolder versions of Mi Querida. Yeah. Also set to debut at the 2019 IPCPR trade show. Wow, Saka's already throwing out announcements for IPCPR in 2019.
Sakalicious.
He's one of those guys that's like, I can't get a read on him sometimes. Because I can't tell, like, he's always kind of like, I don't really care what you people think, but he always wants attention about his cigars. So he's kind of like, I don't care what you think. This is a cigar that I made for me, but guys, check out the Brûlée. You need to see it. Check it out. Smoke it. It's really great.
I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to sit here and H.R. 1854 introduced for the 116th Congress to exempt premium cigars from the Federal Food and Drug Administration regulation. It took a while, but the House of Representatives now has a companion bill to the Senate bill released earlier this year to exempt premium cigars from regulation from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The bill was introduced by Representatives Bill Posey and Kathy Castor. H.R. 1854 joins Senate Bill S-9, introduced by Senator Marco Rubio at the start of the Congress, as bills calling for an exemption on premium cigars. Every 2 years, when a new Congress is in session, it becomes necessary to reintroduce previous pending bills in order to keep the proposed legislation alive. This is the 5th Congress to which this bill has been presented. At press time, the bill has 34 co-sponsors, and once again, the cycle continues and starts over, and...
You're brave for wanting to get back into it with all this stuff going on.
Everybody tells me that.
Well,
no, not brave.
Stupid?
Slightly crazy? Little deranged, a little off in the head.
All of the above.
Yeah.
I like the abuse.
We have to have Glenn come on and talk about it a little bit more, about what's going on, because we're kind of at a standstill right now, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. There's, I don't know how much inside baseball knowledge I'm allowed to divulge, but there's stuff happening and things.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Well, he'll know what he can talk about, so I'll get in touch with him. Yeah, seriously, conspiracy theories going on here.
Yeah.
Well, that was the Scoop with Coop. Check out
cigar-coop.com for all the latest news, information, and high-quality reviews of wonderful cigars. and all the things happening in the cigar world.
And I think Coop just released all the information on the TAA releases, or he's slowly doing that this week and next. So check out cigar-coop.com for that.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
With over 20 years in the cigar industry, Eric Espinoza has done it all. He began in retail, became a sales manager, developed and owns his own brands, and today is internationally known as a manufacturer of top-quality premium cigars. Nothing gives Eric more pleasure than to be able to make his own cigars for consumers worldwide to enjoy. Experience cigars made in the Espinoza way. La Ranja Reserva, Murcielago, 601, and Espinosa Habano, and Connecticut. For more information, visit EspinozaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're going to need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit RealClipsBarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, ClipsBarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hey!
I feel like I should wait for the should do the 7th inning stretch now. Apparently, but
This is a Sunday day game music when you're working baseball.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
You know, in this song, when I sang it at the Ducks, we didn't call them Cracker Jacks. We called them Quacker Jacks because that was our mascot's name.
The figures.
Get out. Get out. Get
Buy
out.
me some peanuts and Quacker Jacks.
That's a lap.
There's a lot of videos of me singing
we are
that many
done.
times.
And you know what? No one. We're out. That's it. That's just. I don't even know. No. On so many levels. I can't believe this is a thing that's actually happening. Special thanks to Daniel Tiant for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I didn't even know when I was talking to him that he was going to have such cool news to tell us. So we kind of got a scoop here that this thing's possibly going on with Espinosa, which is awesome. So I can't wait. Maybe at will you make it down for La Zona Palooza for next year? And
yeah, I like to go. I've been to that, so I definitely like to spend some time there. So
we try to do a live show every year.
Okay.
It's just hard now because I have a kid and getting down there, even though it's close.
You had a great time last year, Paul. What are you talking about?
Did I?
It's always a good time there. So yeah.
Oh, at the factory, yeah. The whole traveling and like staying overnight and all that stuff was not so fun. And sharing a hotel room with you.
I'm a wonderful person
We're not
to
the
share a
biggest
hotel
budget
room.
show in the world, so.
What are you talking about? I look great in a towel, as we've covered many times.
Yeah, he walks around in a towel. And you share. Listen,
my
I'm not saying I'm a big shot, but I haven't shared a room with somebody since I was like 19.
That's a little too much.
All I'm saying, this guy just didn't spend enough time in locker rooms. Come on, you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
You spent plenty of time in locker rooms.
Way too much.
At this point in my career, I don't want to I don't want to find myself on a work trip in any situation that could find me next to the guy I work with in a towel.
It is a different setting.
Yeah, it's completely different.
It's a little different setting, yeah.
All I'm saying is, not that big a deal. Anyway, let's see this week.
It was perfectly fine.
Who belongs in a cigar insane asylum? Brought to you by Sealy and Asylum Cigars.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
This week, Who Belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by the good folks over at Sealy and Asylum Cigars.
Well, so this week's inductee should probably consider different sleeping arrangements. A 47-year-old Lori
Speaking of
Warren.
walking around in towels.
Yeah, seriously. But I didn't do this, but maybe this was a way to get you to not walk around like this. 47-year-old Lori Morin of Cocoa, Florida, is being charged with attempted murder and aggravated battery. Morin and her boyfriend, who is not being identified at this time, had been drinking and got into a dispute.
You don't say.
Apparently, it got so heated that Morin picked up a shotgun and fired it directly at her boyfriend. What was the dispute about? Well, that's the question of the day, and the police asked that. And after further investigation, they uncovered that the couple were fighting over Morin's boyfriend's snoring. It was annoying, loud, she didn't like it, and she needed him to stop. So she decided to shoot him.
Yes, all of this seems very logical.
So the boyfriend sustained non-life-threatening injuries and is apparently okay at this time. The real question is, where is he going to sleep without fearing for his life now? Because they are still together.
What?
And now they're both claiming, no, it was just an accident.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But she's still being held. So she's in jail, so I guess he can sleep fine now until she gets out.
Right.
Do you snore?
No.
Do you know that though? Have you ever?
Apparently, only when I sleep on my back, but I never do that. So, yeah, I've been told only when I sleep on my back.
I guess that's
do I
most
snore.
people.
Yeah.
I want to speak to those people that told you that when you're on your back you snore. Like that person sounds like a fascinating person to meet. Like I need to know who these people are.
It's just my buddy Bob.
So your buddy Bob was in the same room with you and knows that you sleep on your back, you snore.
Yeah.
You've never had an ex-girlfriend that said this to you. It's your friend Bob.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was the last person who said it to me anyway.
You are an interesting gentleman. Congratulations.
No, we were in,
let me close this out and then we can. Congratulations, Lori Morin. You are this week's inductee to the Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by our friends at CLE and Asylum Cigars. I thought you were going to say you were going to be normal for a minute and say that, like, you know, an ex-girlfriend used to complain that you snored all the time.
Nope. Can't say that's true.
What would it take for me to meet one of your ex-girlfriends? Like to bring her on the air maybe and talk to her? Like,
A lot, probably.
More than grandma?
Oh, no, because I don't have any of their phone numbers.
What, you don't save... No. You delete numbers from your phone?
I don't delete numbers, but the problem is, like, in 2009, I had my phone in my golf bag, so I lost, and someone decided that they hit a bad golf shot and decided to whack the bags with a golf club.
And broke your phone?
Broke my phone, and obviously this was pre-cloud, so I didn't have anything backed up. So I lost every single phone number I'd had since 2001, basically.
Wow, that's traumatic, actually. Yeah. So you don't have a little black book of all the girls?
No, not at all.
I think that's just an excuse. I'm sure you had them somewhere.
Nope, definitely do not.
What about your pager from back in 1998?
Yeah, I never had a pager. Did you have a pager?
No, all my friends did, though.
I had an ex-girlfriend
the beeper was a cool thing for a while.
Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend that threatened to get me a pager at one point.
What? Because she needed to know where you were?
Apparently. But,
again, who are these women? Nobody knows.
Shocked, I tell you.
Nobody's ever met any of these people. I need to... we're going to have to do some research here.
No, you're not going to get anywhere. This is really going to be an unsolved mystery that's never going to go
It's going to be a road trip to Michigan for me.
It's going to be bad. You are not going to have any fun. Yeah.
See, that to me makes it even more interesting because you're trying to lead me off the trail because what am I going to find?
Nothing entertaining.
I don't... See,
I got to tell you.
There's something in me.
No. I don't know why you think there's all this crazy... whatever it is you think that's there, but there's really not.
You are a fascinating individual. There's so much to be learned from studying you.
All right, the Peanuts theme. Yeah. I don't know what.
Is he Charlie Brown? Is that why you're saying that, Colin?
Am I a blockhead? Is this what's going on? Is that what's happening? Yes. Welcome. Thank you for being here on a lovely edition of KMA Talk Radio. If you missed any part of it, make sure you check out the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. View all the highlights. The video of the entire show is going to be there as soon as the thing is over. The podcast is available on Monday. Make sure you download it. Next week,
all weekend long, you can hear us in the various markets, of course.
Of course,
well,
yeah.
You're hearing us now, I guess.
Right. Where's the shut up?
Great success.
Yeah. Shut up, Paul.
This is the longest minute and 50 seconds we've ever had on the show, waiting for the last minute of the show.
No, it's really not, because you wanted to drown it out with talking about things that you think are interesting about me, but really aren't, and so
I guarantee the audience, except for Allison, think that's interesting. And yes, Allison, that's a callback.
But yes, Daniel, thank you for being here. Enjoy the road trip as you're going on next, I believe, right?
Yeah, we're going to Deerfield and then Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Naples, and then up to Tampa.
Okay, fun times.
Yep.
The baseball centers of Florida.
Oh, yes. Especially now, as spring training is over. Next week, John Carney of La Flor Dominicana will be our guest. I told him to bring steak.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he sent me a text and said steak and cigars, and I was like, what?
No, yeah, John's a big steak guy.
Is he?
He's on a big red meat diet, so hopefully John he's got a dry ager in his fridge because he's never home, so it literally he goes on these
I have
long
questions
road trips.
I have questions about this. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about dry aging.
Anyway, we gotta go. Till next week, as always, keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Awarded the 2014